Hi, this is James at World War II Jeep and Rifle. Today I'm going to show you some World War II field gear. This is a camp stove and it was made by Coleman in 1944. Conveniently packaged in this aluminum cylinder housing. You can throw this in the Jeep and pull it out when it's time to cook some lunch. I'll show you everything I know about this thing. This is a working unit, and I know it's from 1944 because right here on the side of the fuel tank it says Coleman US 1944. And I'll point out a few things now. It has a tripod to stabilize it. It's got a little cooking surface here. This is the gasoline filler cap. Comes with a little funnel to help you keep from spilling when you fill it up. It also originally came with a stamped tool kit, which was just wrenches for the various different valves, which I don't have. I'll have to try to find one on eBay. This is the pump so that you can pressurize the fuel tank. This is the main valve, and this is the burning valve, the burner valve. So up is off, and down is wide open for the hottest flame. When you're burning, especially when you're starting it, you want to push this valve all the way down. Once it's burning nice and blue and hot, you can regulate somewhat the intensity of the flame with this valve, all the way up again being off, and I'll show you more about how that valve works. The last thing I want to show you is the spare parts tube. It actually has a little tube of spare parts for replacing valve components, needle valves, etc. You get to that by unscrewing this flame spreader. Okay, flame spreader off, and then you can just remove the spare parts tube from its clamp. Just a tube, a little screw cap, and some valve parts. Here is the needle valve, which is this is a complete replacement for the top of the burner, and inside are other components for the other valves in the unit. So when you're in the field, if yours wears out or stops working, you have a way to get back up and operational again. All right, just put that back in, and then I want to show you this burner valve. Let's see how well I can do that. The burner valve is this right here that I'm pointing to with my finger. And if you look very closely, I'll see how well I can get this camera to cooperate. As I turn this burner valve up, there's a little tiny needle that comes through a hole right in the top. Okay, and as I move the burner valve down, that needle retracts from the orifice that it's in, allowing pressurized gas-air mixture to escape through the jet. This is basically a throttle. Up pushes the needle into the hole, closing off the orifice so that no gas mixture can escape. Down opens it as much as it can with the least amount of restriction to get the hottest flame. So that's how that works. It can be disassembled with tools and you can use those spare part valves to rebuild it if necessary. I use regular gas. This was made for white gas back in the day, but I just use standard gasoline. Filled a little bit into the tank. Unless you're going on a long mission, I don't recommend filling it all the way up. You will almost undoubtedly not use all the gas. It will sit in there until next year or even longer. The next time you take it out, and it will turn into varnish and become unusable. So just put a little bit of gasoline in there And then the next step is to pressurize it. So make sure all your valves are closed so that none of the gas is escaping. You loosen this center piece 2 or 3 turns, and then you pump it with your thumb over it. Pump it about 20 to 30 times on a completely unpressurized tank. Okay, I'm going to release that pressure and show you inside here, because often on a unit this old the pump doesn't function correctly, and there's a major reason. The secret to this pump is it keeps an airtight seal with a piece of leather. This is a leather seal. Now this is the leather seal I found in the unit. Don't know how old this one was. May have been replaced at some point in time. You can still buy these, maybe even at sports stores and things like that, where they sell Coleman replacement parts. Get yourself a nice fresh leather seal. I think this one's due for one. At the very least, oil it. Put a little bit of oil, like 3-in-1 oil or mystery oil or something else on there. That way it softens up and has the best possible seal. You can return it to the cylinder, screw it back down, and then resume pumping. Remember, this needs to be open 2 to 3 turns so that the pressurized air from the piston action can make it through the valve into the tank to pressurize the tank. Okay, we're going to say that's pumped. I'll close that back off, and I'm going to return this flame spreader. Just screws on. Okay. Now I'm going to clean out this burner valve by rotating it a few times, and then I will point it straight down for the lighting procedure. I'm going to open this just until I start to hear hissing. I don't think I hear anything. I may need to get a better pump going. Yeah. Okay, closing it back up. Opening the pump valve. If there's less gas in here, you may need to do more than 30, because you have to pressurize a lot of volume. So I'm starting to feel some pressure back against my piston, so I'm gonna try now. So moving this burner valve into the down position. There we go. Opening about a 1/4 turn. Initially, when it's cold, it's going to burn a big orange flame. You need to let it warm up. It might take 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to give it some more valve. And the flame is starting to heat up. I can see it turning blue. So as it gets hot, I'm going to open this valve all the way up, and we'll let the flame stabilize. The bubbles are now boiling out of the line. and we're getting a consistent flame as it stabilizes with a nice hot blue flame. All right, so that'll do for making a portable kitchen pretty much anywhere you need to go. Still works 78 years later or whatever it is. Just amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please share the video with your friends if you liked what you see, and subscribe to our channel. We'll show you more. See you next time.